Right now at noon, more details are being released about a remote New Mexico compound where 11 children were found. Plus, new video of the interrogation of the Parkland school shooter showing him saying that there are voices in his head. What parents of those killed in the shooting are saying as well. And Puerto Rico government officials have confirmed the death toll for Hurricane Maria is more than what was initially reported.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Thursday. We'll get to those stories in a bit. But first, Dave Caulfield is standing by over in the Weather Center with our first alert forecast. Kind of a sticky start to the day.
Oh, yeah. Dew points are in the 70s for many of us. It is tough to be outside for very long. At least the sun came out over the past couple of hours for southern Wisconsin. Visible cloud track showing that patch of clouds moving to the south and east and out of here for most of us. Doppler track showing a few sprinkles, light returns over the past few hours, but I don't think we need to worry about rain until we get into later this afternoon. Live look in Madison on the WISC-TV Skycam showing mostly blue skies, but we also see some high cirrus clouds as well. 78 degrees is what we are up to. West-southwest wind at 3 miles per hour. And that dew point is at 70. Temperatures are in the 70s and 80s. Janesville not reporting at the present time. 83 in Platteville, 83 in Lone Rock, and up to 85 already in Boscobel. Dew points in the low to mid 70s. 76 the dew point in Watertown, 74 in Platteville, and 77 in Mineral Point. So very humid outside. Your forecast first showing the chances for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. We should clear out, though, with temperatures falling into the 60s by tomorrow morning. We'll time out those showers more closely and talk about maybe some sunny days on the way in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
It's this humid. It just feels like it's going to rain at any moment.
Exactly. It really can be at any time.
All right, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Dave. Top in our news today, the child that was hit by a car in a Wisconsin Dells hotel parking lot has died. The Lake Delton Police Department says the child was a 3-year-old girl from Illinois. It happened in the parking lot of the Hotel Rome along the Wisconsin Dells Parkway around 4:30 Tuesday afternoon. Officers received a call for a child who had been hit by a car. Lake Delton Police and the Wisconsin State Patrol are still investigating, but they do not believe alcohol was a factor. Prosecutors have revealed new information about a remote New Mexico compound where children allegedly were found with no clean food, water, or electricity. The 2 men and 3 women facing child abuse charges appeared in a New Mexico court yesterday for the first time. According to court documents, authorities found 11 children. They'd been searching for one of the suspects who is accused of kidnapping his then 3-year-old son, Abdul. Investigators found the remains of a young boy at the compound but have not confirmed if it is Abdul. Authorities also found loaded firearms. Prosecutors say one of the children told their foster parent they were trained in the use of assault rifles in preparation for future school shootings. Newly released video shows Parkland school shooter suspect Nicholas Cruz being interrogated by police after his arrest. Cruz begins to explain why he confessed to killing 17 students and faculty at Stoneman Douglas High School the afternoon of February 14th. He blames a voice in his head for telling him to do bad things. During the interrogation, the officer tells Cruz he doesn't believe there are voices. Some parents of those killed in the shooting agree.
Well, tell me about it. What are the voices about?
It's another voice, the evil side.
Okay. And how long has that voice been going on?
Years.
That confession really was just a way of trying to avoid the death penalty.
No trial date has been set for the 19-year-old who faces 17 counts of murder. Newly released video of the deadly shooting of a black man by a white police officer in Tennessee is spurring calls for the officer to be charged with murder. Police say Officer Delkey was searching for a stolen car when he encountered 25-year-old Daniel Hombrick. The video appears to show Hombrick running from the officer before he was shot in the back and the head. Police later tweeted a picture of a gun they say Hombrick was carrying and refused to drop. The Nashville Fraternal Order of Police argues Hombrick could have shot the officer at any moment.
It is our firm belief that Officer Delkey acted reasonably under the totality of the circumstances.
You can see my cousin running for his life. There's no way that he is a threat. No way. And we do want justice served for him.
Officer Delkey has been placed on administrative leave. He was not wearing a body camera, and his cruiser did not have a dashboard camera. Nearly a year after a hurricane devastated Puerto Rico, government officials confirm the death toll is more than what was initially reported, nearly 20 times more. In a report posted online, Puerto Rican officials acknowledged more than 1,400 people likely died in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria, a significant increase from the official death toll of 64. The figures come from death registry statistics released in June, but never publicly acknowledged by officials on the island. The White House announced new sanctions against Russia, which could block Russia from purchasing potentially hundreds of millions of dollars in weapons, electronics, and avionics. The move is in response to Russian poisoning of former spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia, who now live in England. U.S. and British intelligence agencies say Russia deployed a nerve agent in the attempted murder. Russian President Vladimir Putin's spokesman called the sanctions illegal and again denied Russia had anything to do with the attack on the spy. Supporters of stronger gun control laws are putting hundreds of pairs of shoes on the steps of the state capitol today. The display from the Wisconsin anti-violence effort runs from now until 2 o'clock on the State Street side of the Capitol. It'll feature 664 pairs of empty shoes representing the 664 Wisconsinites killed with a gun over the last year. The group says after the memorial, the shoes will be donated to local women's shelters. And a gun rights activist group is holding a rally this weekend in support of the Second Amendment rights. That goes from noon to 3 this Saturday, also on the State Street side of the Capitol. Organizers say the event will support the right to bear arms and free speech. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. I'm next. We'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The mouth-watering chops we're making today are done in just 15 minutes. Now, this is my idea of fast food. Do you get frustrated thinking about what to make for dinner every day? If so, let me share with you a dish that we just came up with. And since it goes together in less than 15 minutes and uses ingredients that you probably have right at home, it's a no-brainer. We start by sauteing some thick-cut boneless pork chops after dredging them in seasoned flour. Once they're golden on both sides, we take them out, and in the same skillet, we add some chopped garlic and stir that around until it gets toasty. Next, we deglaze the pan with some balsamic vinegar and chicken broth. We want to make sure we get all the bits and pieces from the bottom of the pan stirred into the sauce to give it lots of flavor. Now we add in some diced tomatoes, along with a few capers and brown sugar. Then we add the pork chops back in. After the simmers and the chops are cooked through, dinner is served. What makes these so good is the combo of the balsamic vinegar along with the tomatoes and all those pan drippings. So here's what I suggest. Go online and get the recipe for our Tuscan pork chops. So this way, you won't have to worry about what to make for dinner tonight. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a juicy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, a warm and humid day. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield will have your first alert forecast when we come back. Well, two companies get cold feet on their way to a merger, and delivery reaches new heights. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
Jilted at the altar, Tribune Media calls off its union with the St. Clair Broadcast Group, terminating a nearly $4 billion deal. The potential merger had faced months of regulatory scrutiny. Tribune has filed suit against St. Clair, accusing the largest U.S. broadcast station owner of aggressive behavior and damaging the deal's chances by refusing to sell certain stations. Rite Aid and Albertsons are also calling off their merger. The $24 billion deal was originally announced in February, but the pharmacy and grocer were unable to arrange an agreement that appealed to investors. Meanwhile, Americans are mired in credit card debt. According to Experian, credit card balances grew 7% during the first 3 months of this year compared to the same time a year ago. Total balances rose to $764 billion. Residents in some states are piling on more debt than others, with Florida and Nevada leading the rise. And one toddler's summer treat made history this week. A drone delivered a popsicle order to a Virginia mother and her 2-year-old son. The Federal Aviation Administration greenlit the residential delivery test, making it the first approved drone flight over a congested area where the drone ventured out of sight from its operator on the ground. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
All right, Diane, thank you. The Dow Industrial is down 24.5 points at the noon hour. The NASDAQ, however, up 25. Let's head over to the radio barn. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yonke. Maybe we get a drone to drop some, I don't know, cream puffs?
Popsicles. Yep, cream puffs would be good. That would be good. I want to be the first one to the drone, though. That's the thing. I got to know where it lands so I can beat everybody else, including my pups. Hey, I wanted to recap a little of the action from last evening's Governor's Blue Ribbon Livestock Auction that took place over at State Fair Park. It was a dandy. They got in that $400,000 area as far as total receipts were concerned. A lot of that money going for scholarship. Take a look at the grand champion steer. His name is Scooby, and he is exhibited by a young man from Burlington High School, a senior that has plans to become part of Wisconsin agriculture. Reed Runkle is his name. And Scooby, the 1,300-plus pound steer, 18 months of age, got purchased for $47,500 last night. The Meyer brand of stores was the purchaser. The buyer for Meyer said it's not about the animal, it's about the youth, recognizing that the monies raised by the livestock sales are, for the most part, going to keep kids involved in Wisconsin agriculture and agribusiness. And he said without kids like Reed that are going back to the farm to keep raising livestock, he said we'd be in a world of hurt. His words, not mine. So the markets today in Chicago, as far as the grain trade's concerned, getting anxious for tomorrow's USDA crop report. It will come out 11 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. So right in front of the noon show, I'll try to do my best to recap what the action is. They're waiting to see what direction the numbers are going to go. Corn, beans, wheat, that type of thing. Are we going to see the numbers for corn, beans, wheat? They're down, like I said, on the midday. Dairy is one of those robust markets that's very strong on the midday. We're up double digits for our September, October, November milk. Barrel cheese today, big move, up 5 1/4 cents at 156 3/4. 40-pound block cheese up 4 at 164 1/2. The AA butter 2 cents stronger today at $2.34 a pound. So dairy is having a big day today. They also announced today a new dairy revenue protection option as an insurance that private insurers will be able to offer to dairy farmers. I'll try to get you more details on that. But I think Scooby looks beautiful in the show ring last night. Beautiful sale, great support. Tonight it's the dairy products auction over at State Fair Park, and we'll know who the Grandmaster cheesemaker is tonight as well. I'll let you know what's up.
All right. I see the Packer gear's been brought out for the season.
That's right. That's right. Pre-game, Pam will be a rockin'.
All right. Go Pack.
Go Pack.
All right. Thank you, Pam. And anyone headed up to the Packer game in Green Bay this evening should be okay weather.
Yeah, it shouldn't be bad because the storm should be south of there by the time they start forming later this afternoon. But this humidity just has to go. There's no other way to say it. Doppler track not showing any rain right now, maybe a few sprinkles over the past few hours or so, but nothing of significance, still pretty quiet. But our severe weather outlook showing that much of southern Wisconsin is in a marginal risk. And what that means is a couple of storms as they form along that cold front, closer to about 3 or 4 this afternoon. Could be a little bit on the strong side. Main concern that we have is some gusty winds with some of these storms as they form along that front, but really not looking at anything major as far as severe weather. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just maybe keep an eye to the sky at times during this afternoon. And as I mentioned, our best rain chances are about 3 to 6 this afternoon and into the early evening. That's when the best atmospheric forcing is present across southern Wisconsin. Speaking of present across southern Wisconsin, a present in the 70s is Madison right now. 82 in Monroe, 86 in Mineral Point. Definitely warmer closer to the southwestern tip of Wisconsin, but I don't even want to talk about this. This is just terrible outside. 70 in Madison, 77 the high dew point of the day in Watertown. That is just unbelievable dew point level right there. 74 in Lone Rock, and that makes us in the not enough AC level of our very scientific, very hard worked on dew point comfort meter. And some of us are actually in the don't talk to me range. So if you go into Watertown right now and no one's talking, you know why. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam looking at partly sunny skies. We have seen that blue sky return. The almanac for today, 85 degrees the forecast high, and I do think that we'll get there. We did have the clouds around this morning, but it does look like we'll see a little bit more sunshine over the next couple of hours. Normal for this time of year is 80, and we look to stay above normal over the next week or so because these temperatures really aren't heading below 80 anytime soon, and that's where our normal is for this time of year. Future track showing that line of showers and thunderstorms forming a little bit closer to 4 or 5 right along that cold front. It gets out of here pretty quickly, so I don't think we need to worry about these storms too much into tonight. But tomorrow, a quick chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm can't be ruled out, but we should start to dry out into Saturday, which is good news because that's when the Perseid meteor shower starts to be able to be seen. So late night until dawn, look towards the northeastern sky, up to 70 meteors visible per hour. That should be pretty nice. So let's take a look at the forecast for the 7-day forecast, and I think it should be pretty good viewing weather for that. Temperatures will stay in the mid-80s. Plenty of chances for showers and storms, especially as we head into the start of the next work week. That's when the humidity comes back as well. So the humidity really not going anywhere over the next couple of days, but I think it will be less humid for Friday and Saturday. So that's at least some good news to look forward to.
You know, Chris behind camera 3 lives in Watertown. Don't talk to him.
He hasn't talked to me all day. Maybe that's it.
You just thought it was something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't talk to me on that comfort scale.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Dave. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our pet of the week. We're going to learn about Mama C. There she is. You can hear her when we come back. Yes, indeed. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here. Welcome to you. And you have with the very vocal Mama C. Hi,
Beautiful
Mama.
Mama C.
She is. Look at that coat.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Because she's kind of unique. She is actually a Torby, which is a mix of a tabby and a tortoise shell. So she's kind of a unique pattern. Yeah, you tell them about it.
She's a senior gal.
She is. She's a little over 12 years old, a senior gal, but when she came into us, we were able to do a dental for her, so she is healthy and happy and ready to go.
Well, that can run you $500–600 for a dental.
It certainly can.
And she was surrendered.
Yep, she was surrendered to the shelter. Unfortunately, family was moving and just couldn't take her along, but she is as sweet as can be.
Oh, yes, you are.
And what I love, when I met her this morning, she was doing so many head bumps that she actually missed a few times, kind of ran into the side of her cage, but just kept coming back for more head scratches.
So she's a lover.
She is a lover.
Yeah, she just needs a good home. A lot of kittens around now, and she gets wound up about that.
Yep, we've got a lot of kittens, a lot of cats right now looking for great homes.
And speaking of which, you got a deal on kittens.
Yep, so now through August 12th, which is this Sunday, we are doing our $5 feline special. So kitties like Mama C here, $5 for that adoption fee, $75 for those kittens. Again, they're spayed, neutered, healthy, and all ready for your home.
And she just had dental work. She's microchipped.
For $5, that's pretty crazy.
Mama C, you're a bargain. All right, last week.
Oh my gosh, the big, handsome Bentley, and he did get adopted almost right away after we got back. We were so excited.
Well, that is great. He was a great dog.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of work, but oh, now you finally, now you're relaxed.
Yeah.
There's
there
a
we
good
go.
girl. Let's get Mama Cia home. Go to the website, giveshelter.org, for information on her and all the kittens or cats available. $5.
$5.
What a deal that is. 838-0413 is the phone number to call Marissa. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Dave has one final check of the forecast.
I think Mama C and I are on the same page complaining about this humidity a little bit, but I'm not meowing, at least not in this case. This afternoon, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, very humid with temperatures in the mid-80s. We'll see those showers and thunderstorms closer to this afternoon and evening, but they should wrap up pretty quickly. Chance of some showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon tomorrow as well. Temperatures starting off in the mid-60s.
All right, stay cool if you can. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.